Chris Jones, not at mandatory minicamp. He has a base salary of $19.5 million in the final year of a 4-year, $80 million contract, and he has a cap hit of $28.3 million. He wants a new contract. He deserves a new contract. We've made the case for him in the past. They don't win Super Bowl 54 without him because he freaked out Jimmy Garoppolo enough to open the door for the comeback, and they don't get to Super Bowl 57 without him because he's the one that kept Joe Burrow from slicing and dicing his way down the field to win the game in Kansas City for the right to go to the Super Bowl.
No doubt. This is one of the best defensive players in football. This one was not a shock, right? We might have been shocked by Stephon Diggs. I think we all knew this was, coming down the pipe here as far as Chris Jones holding out. His contract it's too low for the quality of player he is right now. He's one of the most dominant defensive players in the NFL. I think it's last year, and we said this during the end of the year, it was the first year where we went, somebody not named Aaron Donald was the best defensive tackle in football. Chris Jones has been either 2 or 3 for the last 4 or 5 years at least. Last year, he was the most dominant. There's no question about that. So what do they do, Mike? I would think they can find some sort of an extension, signing bonus, sweetener, whatever, to close the gap here and make Chris Jones feel like he's appreciated and being paid like one of the best players in football like he is.
Well, and look at what all these other guys are making who are lesser players than him. We have discussed whether or not Quinnen Williams of the Jets, who's trying to get his contract, is trying to get closer to Aaron Donald than that $22.5 to $23.5 million range that you see 3 guys in. I think Chris Jones is the one who's got the case to kiss $30 million a year when you look at where those other guys are, when you consider what Chris Jones has done. And hey, this may be a situation where the Chiefs are trying to do that Jedi mind trick on Chris Jones. Patrick Mahomes took less, trying to hold the team together, trying to win Super Bowls. That's not going to work on everybody.
No.
May not work on Chris Jones.
No, you're right. It's not going to work on. You're right to say that. It's not going to work on everybody. He doesn't have 12 more years of his career left like Patrick Mahomes, right? He's looking at it like going, wait, it's all come together here. Mind, technique, physical ability. I'm in my prime here, and I might not have much longer here to go. And that's where it gets a little tricky for the Chiefs because, as far as age, amount of years of play, the history shows us to be up there at this point of your career, it's only going to be, how much longer will it be? So that's where the Chiefs got to figure out how much they want to invest in Chris Jones. But, right now, for everything that Chris Jones does, he's amazing. Run game, pass game, big moments, all of that. And I'm with you, Mike. I think that he certainly has to surpass Jeffrey Simmons. There's no question about that. And he probably gets close to 30 when it's all said and done.
It's a great point, though. It's easy for a quarterback to do team-friendly deals because the quarterback over the course of his career is going to do more deals than any other player,
right?
Assuming that he stays healthy. For guys like defensive linemen, especially interior defensive linemen, the candle burns bright and it doesn't burn for very long. And you better get paid while you can because relative to the franchise quarterback, your window is narrow. So do it now. Take a stand if you need to. We support Chris Jones in his efforts to get paid what he deserves. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.